Okay, well, in the interest of time, I think I'll just go straight to the answer. This was not a trick question. Hopefully the pictures are fairly straightforward correspondences to what the question was saying to you. But I wanted to really try to draw this out very concretely, give you a picture of these different situations. So when we talk about the different base calls all being drawn from the same person, of course that has to show up in our information graph structure basically as a joint probability of a single draw pulling out all of these variables at the same time. Okay? In other words, all of our B are explicitly shown as coming from the same kappa. Okay? In the second scenario, there's the simplest way of drawing it is that we're drawing a separate pair of kappa and B many, many times, right? So we can represent that as just a joint probability kappa B, where the point is that we're only getting a single value of B for each kappa. Of course, we can sample this many times and we'll get many pairs of kappa and B. So if you wanted, you could draw them like a whole bunch of kappa and B's, all being drawn independently of each other, probably conditionally independent given something like theta, right? Which here you were told you didn't have to worry about. Any questions about the difference between these two pictures? Question?
So I guess like the bottom one is kind of like it is illusionary that it is like less complicated than the top one because you're actually doing 2 points to the bottom one.
Let me see if I understand the question. You're saying it looks less complicated.
Right.
Well, another way of saying that is it looks less complicated means it is more conditionally independent than the top one. So here, these base calls are connected to each other through kappa. Down here, if we draw multiple base calls, they're each coming from a different kappa. They're not connected to anything that's in this picture. Any other questions? Okay, well, I have office hours now, so feel free to ask your detailed questions about the programming project, and see you in office hours.
I have a question about the second scenario. So is it possible that two different kappa values correspond to one beta value, or like each has to be different? So different kappa corresponds to different B.
Well, the question basically stated as an assumption that each of our base calls was from a different person. So it's basically those are different betas. I mean different B's, right?
Oh, okay. So different kappa to different B's, right?
Right. So
Okay.
right. We said each base call B is from a different person.
Oh, but is it possible that different B's has the same kappa value?
When we say from a different person, that means each one is from its own different kappa.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm asking about the how to draw the conditional probability from the graphing model.